This is easily the best battery update that you will get on your iPhone. Apple has actually kept their promises time, and we actually got a real update for the battery. Not just stability and improvement in performance, battery life is looking really great, and we will talk about this in detail and what to expect next, because we have a lot more to go until the finished product, and most likely we're getting a way better battery life than we already have. But first of all, let's talk about some amazing new features that we will be able to get on our devices once iOS 27 is out, and they are currently here with the first beta, like this one right here. You can see the top of my keyboard. Well, on the Folders app on iOS 27, when you create a new folder and you have a few different files on that folder, when you go to rename the folder, which is basically renamed Untitled by default, when you go to rename it, you can see right here, it will give you suggestions to name that folder based on the files that you already have within that folder, which actually is really great and will save you a ton of time. Now, another really cool new feature will be able to be found on the FaceTime app, but I think this is only for the iPhone 17 series. Now, for the FaceTime on iOS 27, you will be able now to use dual cameras on FaceTime calls. So at the same time, you will be able to use your front-facing camera and your rear camera. Unfortunately, this won't be supported on all the devices, only on the iPhone 17 and newer, which is actually a great new feature. I'm really sad that it's not available on other devices. It would be an amazing addition. Now, of course, Apple has made some great improvements when it comes to AI with iOS 27, and this is one of them right here. The cleanup feature on iOS 27 is way better than iOS 26. You cannot even compare them. It's way better, but it also gives you two different options. So you will have the auto option, but you will also have then the ability to choose whether you want to use the fast method or you want to use the high quality method. Based on what you want to achieve, you will have two different options to force, either the fast or the high quality method for cleaning up your photos. Another really great new feature can be found on the Messages app, and probably it will work on other apps as well, like Notes, for example, or email. Well, but what it basically does when someone sends you something that you can actually note, you need to note or remind, then it will give you the option to quickly add it to your notes or reminders, and it gives you a few different options, not just one, so you can select to which app you want to add it, and that's actually really great and a very fast way to actually note something so you need to remember later. Now, as you can see right here, this is from users reports on Reddit, on iOS beta on Reddit. Siri on iOS 27 will work on other languages as well. I'm pretty sure it won't work on every language, but some of the bigger languages, you will be able to basically write a question on a different language, not just English, and it will give you the answer on that language, which is really awesome. A lot more people, of course, will be able to now to use Siri on other languages, not just English. We also have changes to time and date. So if you go to the general settings and you scroll down here to time and date, you can see now you have more options right here. So you'll have the time zone, and then you have the time zone city, and you will have, of course, the set automatic. But if you disable this, then you will be able to actually choose right here the time, and you will have now also the time zone city, which is really cool. Now, here we have another one before we go on and move on and talk about the battery on iOS 27, which is, in my opinion, the biggest feature of this update. But here's one right here on your carrier page on the settings. If your carrier has an app, it now can link it right here, and you will be able to open the carrier app directly from here, which is actually really useful. Another thing here, on the Photos app, on the photo, if you swipe up, you have the Ask Siri button, but you will also have image search button right here that allows you to search for that image directly from here, which of course makes this process really fast. Now again, iOS 27 is focused on improving the power efficiency, and reducing the battery consumption. And that actually really shows. Now we're on beta 1 of iOS 27, and I've been installing betas on my device for the last probably 10 years or so, and this beta doesn't feel like a beta at all. It is very stable, it works really well, but the battery life is the highlight of this update. So if we go right here and go ahead and take a look at the battery usage, like from today, from the last day that we can see right here, June 11th, you can see with 89% battery, 6 hours 29 minutes. Right here, 11 hours 26 minutes with 87% battery. And just notice that this is only 3 and 4 days after we have installed this beta on the device, meaning that the device and the process are still going in the background, and my device is actually still indexing. That is also consuming a ton of battery, and we still get these times right here, like 4 hours 14 minutes right there, 57% battery, 85% battery, almost 8 hours right here, almost 8 hours again. Then right here, almost 6 hours with 67% battery. And then right here, 7 hours, 21 minutes with 85% battery usage. This is actually really great. And just take a look at today here, 8 hours, 23 minutes with just 62% of battery usage. This update again is looking really good. Apple has promised faster iOS, better battery consumption, and it's actually working. It is looking really good. And again, it's just beta 1, and we have another like 2.5 to 3 months until we get this out to the public, and we have everything set for a really great update and finally get the battery life that we deserve on iOS 27. Now we're getting a second beta real quick here. On the 22nd of June, like 4 days from now, we will be getting the second beta, and it's really interesting to see how the battery life will improve with that beta. Probably we will have another improvement from that, most likely a lot of new features and changes, but the battery life and the stability and the performance should also be really good. So that's basically for this video, guys. This update again is great, and I usually don't recommend installing these huge betas on the devices, but with this beta, what I have been seeing until now, I've been using this with my experience. You can easily install this on a daily driver and you won't even notice that it's the first beta. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.